Once you have your shelter, a patent pillow, your bag or quilt, it's time to build upon this foundation with the remaining essentials: water purifying, health and hygiene, warmth, light, and my favorite, the kitchen. Most of the essentials I recommend keeping in a gallon Ziploc bag, stored in the outside rear pocket of your pack for easy access. I recommend a gallon Ziploc for a few reasons. First, you can see the contents inside, and second, it's large enough to carry your essentials with a few other important items, yet small enough to reduce the temptation to bring the unnecessary. The first essential we will cover is water purification. There are multiple ways of purifying water, from gravity and pump filters, chemical tablets and drops, to a pen that uses ultraviolet light, and lastly, boiling. It's always smart to be prepared with at least 2 methods for filtering water. For the purposes of a 72-hour kit, I recommend a good, lightweight gravity filter and boiling water as your backup. The 2 best rated gravity filters are the Katadyn Be Free and the Sawyer Squeeze. Each has a great flow rate, weighs slightly over 2 ounces, and costs about $30. However, the Sawyer Squeeze tends to last longer when filtering dirty water and is rated up to 100,000 gallons. This rating comes because you can backflush the filter, which extends the life. One way to manage water infiltration for your kit is to keep 2 1-liter bottles filled at all times in the side pockets of your pack. And when you need to purify more water, this is how gravity filters work. The Be Free comes with a collapsible 1-liter bag for the water you want to filter. When tipped, gravity allows the water to flow through the filter, and applying pressure to the bag increases the flow rate. The Sawyer Squeeze can be used in a few different ways. The first, like the Be Free, is to use the included or an aftermarket bag for the water you want to filter. As you apply pressure, the flow rate increases, speeding the process. The second way to use the Sawyer is to hang the bag from some unused exercise equipment or a tree, allowing gravity to do its work. With a paper punch and some string, you create a means of hanging the bag. This system works best with a smart water bottle and a loosened cap. The loosened cap allows air to escape as water flows in and increases the flow rate. The last way to use the Sawyer, and perhaps the lightest, is when the clean water is gone, to use a smart water bottle as the dirty water container. Then as you need more water, you squeeze only what you need through the filter. The next essential from the miscellaneous bag is health and hygiene, and it comes in 4 parts: first aid, sleep, bath and body care. I keep each in a separate Ziploc to organize and protect the contents from things like a wet toothbrush. In first aid, I have a small vial of consecrated oil, a kit to repair blisters, or if I spring a leak in my tent or air mattress. I have antibiotic and chafing cream. I have a miscellaneous bag with an assortment of different types of pills, and an emergency. The purpose of the emergency is if either myself or someone else is struggling, they can drink that and then they're back in the game. If that doesn't work, then I also keep caffeine tablets and Advil, and that can work wonders. The sleep kit can make all the difference when it comes to your night. Having eye covers to block you from a full moon, having earbuds to protect you from the noise of the wind, or a tent next door that might have a snorer. Speaking of snoring, I also bring a mouth guard that helps me to not snore as much, and in turn helps me not to wake myself up with my snoring. Breathe Right strips to allow better passage of air. And then lastly, a sleep remedy that works best for you. In your bathroom kit, in addition to toilet paper, you may want to have a few wet wipes and hand sanitizer. If you're in an area where the ground is hard, you may consider a small trowel or shovel that can be found on Amazon for about $10. The hygiene kit has just a few items: a toothbrush and toothpaste, along with dental floss and the all-important deodorant, a microfiber towel, and a bar of body soap. I also keep a little travel size container of dish soap that I can use to wash clothes or my pot after I'm done cooking. After health and hygiene, you have a little room left in your miscellaneous bag for a few critical essentials. Some things to consider taking might be the following: a battery pack to charge your cell phone, bug spray and a head net for mosquitoes, a small pocket knife, compass, or a second way to be able to start a fire, in the event that what you use with your cook stove doesn't work, a rope to be able to tether your food out of the way of critters, and lastly, illumination. Illumination is very personal. A headlamp often works best in the wintertime where you know you may have longer hours without sun. In the summertime, I like to use a small flashlight that attaches to the front of a trucker hat and bring a small pen light in case my battery dies. What is in your 72-hour kit is very personal and will be slightly different for everyone. Clothing and the ability to stay warm is one of the most important aspects of our 72-hour kits. Being warm in the outdoors is not about the temperature or weather, but about how we are prepared for that weather. We hope to never have to use our kits in an emergency, but if we do, the ability to protect ourselves from the weather will make a stressful situation much more manageable. Where we live will dictate this part of our kits as we account for the elements we will likely experience. The key to comfort is having multiple layers, which allow an individual to regulate their personal temperature in response to what's going on around them. I recommend 2 sets of clothing in your 72-hour kit: day clothes and night clothes. Day clothes are used to get us home with a comfortable pair of walking shoes, merino wool socks, shorts or travel pants, and a moisture-wicking tee. For warmth during the day or when needed, a merino wool beanie or balaclava, a light pair of gloves, a base layer jacket, and rain shell with a hood are the basics. You might also consider a pair of rain pants to go over the top of shorts when needed for extra warmth or protection from rain and snow. Night clothes are to be worn while preparing an evening meal, setting up camp, washing day clothes, relaxing, or just sleeping. A couple of suggestions could include a fresh pair of travel pants, merino wool socks, underwear, and a long sleeve shirt, each to be kept on at night if it is cold and to protect us from bugs. The prior mentioned rain pants, gloves, beanie, and balaclava can be used to supplement the warmth if the nighttime temperature requires it. This list works well during spring, summer, and fall, but for winter you may want to add some additional layers to your kit to increase your comfort. Consider changing out light gloves and socks for a warmer pair or double up. You may want to add an extra base layer like a thermal top and bottom for sleeping and a second base layer jacket. Snow pants or running tights under rain pants work well during the day and provide extra warmth if needed at night. Lastly, a second sleeping bag could be added to your car and kit to provide extra peace of mind on a cold winter night. The kitchen is my favorite part of the 72-hour kit, and I've tried to keep these videos under 8 minutes to be short and sweet, so it looks like the kitchen and cooking are going to require a video all by themselves. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'd be delighted to help. Thank you so much for watching.